All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Revolving RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another fantastic War of Nova video for you today. In today's video, I have the microphone a little bit closer to my mouth so you can hear my smooth, sexy, silken voice through your earphones. In today's video, we'll be talking about is the Starweaver good or not. I recently unlocked the Starweaver. For some reason, I got enough mastery items to almost get it to mastery 5 the other day, which is crazy. And we're going to be talking about if this ship is great or not. We'll be talking about why. So first, let me go ahead and march on this 200 power tile because I'm here. I'll land in 25 seconds, and I'll use that time to walk you through some of the skill tree here on the Starweaver. So predominantly, the highest damage portion of the Starweaver is going to be this Tier 1 ability, which is available at Mastery Level 0. The Tier 1 ability for Energized is similar to the Moonveil's Tier 1 energy damage ability, but this is going to do more damage. It does about 50% more energy damage than the Moonveil's. In addition, it also is going to apply radiation damage on basic attack. Now, one thing to note is this is currently bugged. This skill is bugged. The radiation damage is not activating correctly. So as we're assessing this ship today, we're assessing it based on its capabilities in this exact moment, which appear to be bugged. So while you're going to do good energy damage with the standard attack, you're going to do a regular physical damage standard attack next instead of doing radiation damage. I think once there is radiation damage, the damage for the ship will escalate even more, which would be really, really great. But even just doing 120% energy damage on basic attack is pretty decent. Next, we get into the bottom Mastery 0 tree. And as you can see, even though I'm almost Mastery 5, I don't have any skill points in the Mastery 3 tree yet. So at Mastery Level 0, the Tier 1 abilities are going to be really strong, and they're going to give you a great leg up and probably be the main build you're running to start with the Starweaver. So Life Giver is going to give you a crazy amount of bonus healing. This doesn't actually do healing. Keep that in mind. This gives you the potential to receive more healing from your healing skills. Then we have Cleanse, which is really great. This is one of the key skills for the Starweaver. There's only, I believe, 3 ships in the game that have a cleanse like this, where they will cleanse a debuff. So in rounds 3, 6, and 9, you'll be cleansing a debuff. I highly recommend you run 2 to 3 troops on Starweaver. I'm only using 1 troop right now for farming purposes, but later on in PvP, I'll be using 3 tanky units because I want to really make sure I maximize the healing and the cleansing here. In addition, it has the Starweaver has another healing skill called Return from Beyond. Now, this is going to give you 4 rounds of healing starting in round 7. It's going to heal 2 units, which is why I'm suggesting 2 tanky units are in the Starweaver. And it is going to give you 120% healing for those 4 rounds. So that is going to give you essentially 480% healing on each one of your 2 strike crafts, modified by this, which will be, I believe it'll be about 50% or so when it's maxed out. Life Giver, 45% when it's maxed out, something like that. This is going to be great. It's going to give you even more healing from here. So you should do somewhere around 1400% healing to your 2 units, in addition to the healing you're doing throughout the fight. If you do have Starweaver at Mastery 5, you have the opportunity to put some points in the Grand Admiral, which is not a great value skill. It's kind of low value. But you will be able to unlock an additional heal if you like. This would allow you to do even more healing, 200% healing on two crafts for 3 different rounds. I don't know if it's worth going into the Mastery 5 tree here. It's not bad. It has some good abilities like reducing enemy strike craft damage, but if you do have extra points, I'd probably just go over here and max out some more of the damage skills in the top Mastery 0. The Mastery 3 tree isn't bad. It is going to give you a huge amount of damage mitigation starting in round 4, so that's going to be for 6 out of the 10 rounds in this fight. Actually, I guess if it starts in round 4, that'll apply for 7 of the 10 rounds in the fight, including round 4, right? So for 7 rounds in this fight, you'll be taking minus 30% damage, which is great. You can get some speed and defense here, and then some additional potential random buffs. So Starweaver's interesting. I don't, just because you have to put so many points into the heal here, and both of its healing skills are kind of mediocre. I haven't decided how I feel about the healing setup. There may be a build where you skip this healing setup and you jump only in Mastery 0 and Mastery 3. we're going to still mess around with it, but let's see how he performed against this 200 power tile. Starweaver actually did pretty decent damage. I did see a patch come out the other day. Maybe they fixed the Starweaver's damage from the radiation. Let's go take a look. Maybe. Let's go look at round 2 damage here. So here we have energized. The standard attack is doing radiation damage, not energy damage. And then the secondary attack is doing physical and not radiation damage. What an interesting... So it looks like they did something to it, but they didn't quite fix it. And then in round 1, it has to activate that skill. And here you can see it's causing physical instead of radiation. So here's the cleanse. I cleanse something. I don't see any debuff coming off. I don't know if I had a debuff yet. But we have a cleanse coming in here. We have a 7,000 heal, which is nice. I do like to see that. Okay. And then we have our heal from our officer from Team Repair. I'm going to go ahead and give you my analysis on the Starweaver right now. After testing it, I've been using it for a few days, trying to level it up. With the skills in the state that they are, here's the summer in the Starweaver. With the skills in the state that they are, where the energy and radiation damage is bugged and not functioning correctly, with the fact that the heal is okay, but you have to put, I mean, you can see here I have 21 points into my tier 1 bottom ability tree just to get that 7,000 heal in rounds 3, 6, and 9. And yes, if I have 2 units, it'll be double that. It'll be even more healing. This skill will give me about 50 or 60k healing throughout the fight, which is great. But the damage is not high enough to really make it worth it. There's no other damage skills on here to redeem the Starweaver. Mystic Arts is going to be an anti-heal, which is nice to see. It's not a big damage ability. It's going to do a small amount of damage with a nice heal reduction, which is great. It only reduces healing for 1 round, so that is a kind of mark against it, where you see ships like the Hammerhead that have 2-round anti-heals, which is really, really great. Unbalanced Power, this is another interesting one. This is going to do a damage nuke to an enemy. Not a massive damage nuke. You could probably see this being about, I mean, it'll be a decent size. This is probably going to be like a 20 to 25k damage nuke if it isn't mitigated. But it's only in rounds 4 and 8. In addition, it will then do self-damage to your own units, and it's outside of a heal round. So you basically heal your units, and then in the next round, you'll do, 5,000-6,000 damage to them. So if this was hitting more than 1 enemy target, it might be worth talking about. Maybe if Unbalanced Power, hit 3 enemy targets, it could be worth talking about. But as it stands today, the Starweaver is the legendary version of the Moonveil. They have a lot of similar skills. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Moonveil's damage is about 5 times as good as a Starweaver. Its healing is twice, if not 3 times as good as a Starweaver. And I just don't see the Starweaver being great as it stands today, which is sad because it's almost a Mastery 5 ship for me. But here's the analysis, folks. Starweaver, I'm going to go ahead and put this solidly in maybe the B tier for PvP. While it does have healing and debuff cleansing and some damage, it's not going to beat a lot of ships out there. Okay, so if you guys enjoyed today's content, feel free to like and subscribe. War of Nova, Starweaver, ladies and gentlemen, Randy out.